Picture yourself in a Las Vegas casino, blinding lights, ringing slot machines, and money-changing hands everywhere. The air is thick with excitement and the promise of fortune. But what if I told you a group of MIT students cracked the code and walked away with $10 million? Yes, you heard that right, $10 million. They didn't cheat, they used math. Complex algorithms and probability theories were their tools. The MIT Blackjack Team turned blackjack into a science, outsmarting casinos worldwide. They transformed a game of chance into a calculated endeavor. These weren't ordinary gamblers. They were math prodigies from one of the world's top universities. Their academic brilliance was their secret weapon. While others crammed for exams, this secret society trained in mock casinos, perfecting their skills. They spent countless hours mastering the art of card counting. Their mission: beat the billion-dollar casino industry using only intellect and teamwork. It was a high-stakes game of wits. The casinos never saw it coming. These students played by the rules, but still won big. They were the ultimate underdogs. The team moved like ghosts, winning and vanishing before anyone caught on. Their operations were swift and precise. Blackjack became a math problem they'd solved. Not a game of chance. They turned the tables on the house. Their story is a testament to the power of the human mind and the thrill of outsmarting the system. It's a saga of intellect, triumphing over luck. High stakes, fake identities, and a double life. This was one of the boldest gambling operations in history. They lived on the edge. They proved that with enough knowledge and unity, even the house can be beaten. Their legacy lives on as a remarkable chapter in the world of gambling. The MIT Blackjack Team's story began in a classroom, not a casino. It was a place where numbers, logic, and probability were the language of the day, and where a handful of students would soon change the way the world thought about gambling. In the late 1970s, a group of MIT students enrolled in a course called How to Gamble If You Must. What started as an academic curiosity quickly became something much bigger when they discovered the secrets of card counting. They realized blackjack wasn't just a game of chance, but a game of shifting probabilities, one where skill, memory, and teamwork could tip the odds in their favor. A few brilliant minds saw an opportunity to put theory into practice. They formed a small, informal team, meeting in dorm rooms and libraries to refine their strategies. Led by J.P. Massar, a visionary student with a knack for leadership, they recruited fellow math whizzes and analytical thinkers who saw the casino as the ultimate real-world puzzle to solve. For these students, it wasn't just about making money. It was about testing their intellect, proving their theories under real-world pressure, and pushing the boundaries of what was possible with mathematics. As word spread, the team grew. The arrival of former MIT professor Bill Kaplan marked a turning point, bringing a new level of seriousness and organization to their efforts. Kaplan, with his business acumen and experience, transformed the club into a disciplined operation called Strategic Investments, complete with formal roles and a clear mission. He enforced rigorous training, strict rules, and a clear hierarchy. Every member had to master advanced card counting techniques and learn to operate as part of a seamless team. Team members faced tough tests, flawless card counting, handling high-pressure situations, and blending in with casino crowds. Only those who excelled at every challenge could join the team. Only the best made the cut, earning their place among the elite. They operated like a well-oiled machine, each member knowing their role and executing it with precision, discipline, and trust in one another. United by intellect, ambition, and a shared sense of adventure, they set out to beat the house and prove that knowledge truly is power. This was more than gambling. It was a calculated, strategic assault on the casino industry. And against all odds, it worked. For the MIT team, it wasn't just about the money. The real thrill was the intellectual challenge, applying academic skills to a high-stakes, real-world puzzle. Outsmarting the casino was a rebellion against the system, a modern-day Robin Hood story. The double life was intoxicating, students by day, high rollers by night. Luxury suites, VIP treatment, and adrenaline-fueled weekends became their norm. The team bonded over shared secrets and victories, forming a tight-knit group. Camaraderie and teamwork were essential to their success. They weren't just individuals, they were a unit, united by a common purpose. The experience was as much about friendship and adventure as it was about profit. Together, they took on the giants and won. The team's strategy was built on card counting, a method of tracking high and low cards left in the deck. This wasn't just luck or intuition, it was a calculated approach rooted in mathematics and probability. Every hand dealt, every card revealed, shifted the odds ever so slightly, and the team was always watching, always counting. High cards, like tens and aces, favor the player by increasing the chances of hitting blackjack. Low cards, on the other hand, favor the dealer, making it easier for them to build strong hands without busting. Each card was assigned a value: high cards -1, low cards +1, and middle cards, like 7s, 8s, and 9s, counted as 0. This simple system allowed the team to keep a running tally in their heads, even in the chaos of a busy casino. Spotters, positioned at various tables, kept a running count and signaled when the deck was hot, meaning the odds had shifted in the team's favor. Their signals were subtle, often just a gesture or a coded phrase, but they were crucial to the operation. A positive count meant the odds shifted to the player, and that's when the team struck. Suddenly, bets would increase, and the team would move in for the win, capitalizing on the moment. Instead of raising bets alone and drawing suspicion, they used teamwork to stay under the radar. Each member had a role, and together, they blended in with the crowd, never attracting unwanted attention. To refine their edge, they calculated the true count, dividing the running count by the number of decks remaining. This adjustment made their predictions even more accurate, allowing them to adapt as the game progressed. This precision let them bet big only when the math was in their favor. Every large wager was backed by careful calculation, not just a hunch. Their system turned a simple counting trick into a powerful, not coordinated attack. It was a blend of science, teamwork, and nerves of steel. It was this level of discipline, focus, and relentless calculation that set them apart from ordinary gamblers. They weren't just playing a game, they were executing a plan. The result? Consistent, massive wins. Proof that with the right strategy, even the house can be beaten. The real genius was in their team play. Spotters played minimum bets, quietly tracking the count at multiple tables. When a table was hot, they signaled the big player, who'd swoop in and bet big, acting like a lucky tourist. The big player didn't count cards, they relied on the spotter's secret signals. To the casino, it looked like random luck. Spotters kept updating the count with subtle gestures, and when the deck cooled, the big player moved on. This division of labor broke the link between counting and betting, keeping them invisible to security. Even under surveillance, the team system was nearly impossible to detect. That's how they extracted millions right under the casino's nose. To stay ahead, the team became masters of disguise. Casinos built databases of suspected counters, so the team adopted new identities, fake names, professions, and backstories. They used makeup, wigs, and wardrobe changes to transform their appearance. Even their mannerisms and speech changed to fit their new personas. Acting was as crucial as math. Players had to sell the role of reckless high roller or clueless tourist. This deception let them return to casinos undetected, even after big wins. But the constant need for secrecy took a toll, living double lives, always on guard. They had to remember every detail of their fake identities, performing under intense pressure. The psychological strain was real, but it was the price of staying in the game. Their success depended on both their acting skills and their mathematical precision. Every casino visit was a high-stakes performance, and for years, it worked. Eventually, the casinos caught on. As the team's winnings soared, security ramped up, installing advanced cameras and facial recognition. Private investigators tracked suspected counters, sharing info across casinos. Photos of team members circulated in security rooms nationwide. The cat-and-mouse game intensified. Card counting isn't illegal, but casinos can ban anyone. Identified players were backed off, sometimes politely, sometimes with force. The pressure forced the team to adapt, new disguises, rotating players, and targeting smaller casinos. But the net was closing in, and paranoia replaced the thrill. The golden age of the MIT team was ending, not because their math failed, but because the casinos finally caught up. By the late 1990s, the MIT team was under siege. Casino databases and surveillance made disguises useless. Top players were blacklisted worldwide. Internal disputes over money and risk fractured the once unified team. Smaller, less effective groups splintered off, making them easier targets. Casinos fought back, adding more decks, shuffling more often, and eroding the team's edge. The original partnership dissolved. The era of the organized MIT Blackjack team was over. Some individuals kept playing, but the glory days were gone. They'd proven their point and won millions. But the game had changed. It was time to cash out. The MIT team's story became legend, immortalized in books and the film 21. Their exploits captivated the world, blending brains, risk, and rebellion. They proved that even the most powerful systems have flaws, and that knowledge can beat the odds. Their legacy forced casinos to evolve, adopting new tech and tougher rules. The team inspired a generation to look for patterns and challenge the status quo. They weren't just gamblers, they were pioneers who brought academic theory to life. The casino industry was forever changed by their audacity. Their story is a testament to human ingenuity and teamwork. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe for more stories of those who dared to outsmart the system. Don't miss our next video.